5 crucial habits that you need to triple your fat loss progress. The first one being to never let yourself go too hungry, because when you do, you end up reverting to choices that may not be in line with your goals. So for instance, you're out running errands for hours and you didn't eat. You're stuck in traffic, hour and a half, and you're just sitting there. You are ravenously hungry and starving. You're just daydreaming about whatever you're gonna have at home. You come home, straight away you go to the pantry and you go to what is most convenient, which is likely the most unhealthy food, right? Because it's quick, it's easy, and it solves your hunger issue. Rather, if you had like a protein bar or a meal prepped already, you can have that as you make your dinner and you won't feel ravenous and like you need to grab a bag of chips. Good decisions were never made when hungry. So that's why I would advise you to have maybe some veggies, like I mentioned, a protein bar on hand so it can curb your hunger while you do make your dinner or your lunch or whatever your next meal is. The second tip would be to meal prep. It sounds super simple, but a lot of people don't do it. So that's why I am reiterating it. I don't mean any extensive meal prep where you have to portion it out into your little Tupperware containers. You don't have to do that. You can for sure, but a lot of my clients like to bulk meal prep and prep their ingredients, not necessarily their meals, because it does take a little bit longer. So I would say bulk meal prep 3 proteins for yourself. That can be hard boiling a dozen eggs. That can be making up some ground chicken in your pot. That can be baking some chicken breasts, chicken thighs, whatever you want, so that you can just grab it, weigh it out, and go. And then I would also suggest having 2 to 3 also carb sources. That can be, rice cakes are fine. You can have baked potatoes, sweet potatoes, and again, maybe some other rice. And then any veggies on hand, of course, should be washed and prepared for easy access. Habit number 3, recognize your patterns and work with them towards your fitness goals. So what that means is if you know that every single night 10 p.m. hits and you have that sweet tooth and your instinct is to go to the freezer and grab that Ben & Jerry's pint and eat it all, no. Stop yourself and instead perhaps make some protein ice cream instead. You can take some frozen bananas, put them in a blender with some protein powder, a little bit of almond milk or water or soy milk, whatever you like, blend it all up, and that will give you ice cream consistency without the extra fat, carbs, and calories. Another one that my clients really like is sugar-free pudding or sugar-free jellos. Those work well for a sweet tooth, or my favorite is just fruit. I just love having frozen berries, stacking on them, or frozen grapes. Those are fantastic to curb your sweet tooth. So you have to work with yourself, slowly implement those healthy habits. Tip number 4, take 5 to write. What I mean is reflect on your day and ask yourself, what could you have done better? Now, of course, this doesn't directly correlate with fat loss because it doesn't mean that, if you do this, you're going to see fat loss results, but it can help you discover a little bit more about where you personally are struggling and what you can do a bit better towards your fat loss goals. The point is you want to be a little bit more aware and understand what happens in your day so that you can set yourself up for further success. Tip number 5, make sure your sleep is on point. I cannot say this enough. Having a regular wake and sleep schedule every single day, including weekends, is how you are going to burn fat. If you are not rested, you're not recovered, especially from grueling, hard training sessions, then you're not going to see the results you want. In addition to that, leptin and ghrelin, which are your hunger and satiety hormones, they work well and best when you are rested, right? Because if you are not rested, the hormone ghrelin will increase, making you a little bit more hungry, even though you may not actually need food. Our stress hormone cortisol makes it a little bit more difficult to lose fat when it's elevated when it's not supposed to be. Also, when we are stressed, we don't have the most self-control, right? So it's important for you to do some activity when you are stressed, journal it down, whatever you're stressed about, take 5, just like the other tip. And maybe my personal favorite is going on walks, doing a quick yoga video and just stretching out. So that's it for me, guys. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye.